what does any publisher look for? I'd say essentially it's shock and awe when they look at a manuscript. It has to hit them between the eyes. It has to say it's original. It has to be saying something that is startling, that is new, that hasn't been said 1,000 times before. Having said that, there is absolutely no substitute for good writing. That's what it boils down to. So what I'm looking for in my imprint is definitely shock and awe, and also breaking a few rules, because I think publishing has fallen into a bit of a rut. There's a certain staleness. I mean, once we've gotten over the chicklit, and dare I say it, we are waiting for dicklit, and various such categories which, I personally find sexist and a little offensive, because a good book is a good book is a good book.
My book was, when it was going around, when I was doing the rounds with publishers, it was an unusual subject. That's what I was told. I stopped counting the number of rejection slips after 20. My agent had told me apparently the publishing is a very fractious business. If you put 10 publishers in one room, you'll get 11 opinions. But on my book, there was rare unanimity. Everyone said, there's no hope of this working. I got various types of feedback. One publisher actually told me that it almost seems like you're trying to alienate every single reader segment with your book, because you want to write about religion, and you want to write about philosophy. And there are some philosophies in my book, some drawn from the Vedas, some from Buddhism, some from Islam. So they said that, look, this is going to alienate the youth, because they're not really interested in this. And then you've got a new interpretation of religion which will alienate the older people. You're insisting on writing in modern, easy English, which will alienate the literati. So they said, essentially, you want to sell only to your family. So I said, okay. Yeah. So I said, yeah, I'm from UP. We have big families. So I said that, look, I mean, I wasn't thinking of any reader segments when I was writing my book. I just wrote the book the way it came to me. One publisher did tell me that, look, your storytelling skills are good, but you picked a topic which has no hope. So why don't you write something on your I'm Calcutta days, because that might sell. But I said, I don't have a story like that. The story that I have is this, and it's a story on Lord Shiva. And I was very, very committed to the book. I'd written absolutely nothing before The Immortals of Melua, not even a short story in school, nothing, zip. I was more of a sports guy when I was in school. The only kind of creative thing I did was I used to sing for my band at I'm Calcutta, but that was it. So for me, writing this book was like a transformational experience. I was an atheist till 8-9 years back. I'm a very devoted Shiv Bhakt today. I was a very typical MBA corporate type guy. I would shout and scream. I'd be hyper competitive. I'm far calmer than I used to be. I hope Gautam will corroborate that. I'm far calmer than I used to be. So for me, the book has been a transformational experience. So I was very committed to it that, look, I wanted it to come out. I didn't care if it didn't sell, but I genuinely believe it's Lord Shiva's blessings to me, and I want it out in the market. So my agent, Anuj Bari of Bari Sons in Delhi, was equally committed to the book as me. So he said that, look, let's care a damn if every publisher has rejected it. How about if, he said that he'll invest in the printing. And he asked me, would I invest in the marketing? I said, yeah, sure. I mean, so that's how we launched it, actually. By God's grace, the book actually hit the bestseller lists within the first week of launch.